Hello, American Christian Heritage class. I'm Dr. Schultz. Again, my name is Josiah Olson, and I chose to do my research paper on the Azusa Street Revival. It took place in Los Angeles, California from 1906 to 1909, and it was led by a man called William J. Seymour. He was a black minister who came out of Louisiana, and he traveled around other parts of the United States. But he, in 1906, went out to a church to minister, and after he preached the morning service, he preached from Acts chapter 2, and when he went back for the evening service, they had locked the doors. And once that happened, he was without a place to preach or a place to live. But there was a couple at the church that allowed him to live with them, and while they worked throughout the day, he would just spend hours and hours praying at their home. This eventually led to more people coming to prayer meetings, and this was a house on Bonnie Bay Street. And once the house became full, people would fill up the porch and outside. They had to move to the old mission on Azusa Street. And it was a building that was for sale, but it was in the bottom was a more like a barn, and upstairs a storage area, but they did some light work on it, and what had once been a place of storage became a place of prayer. And the revival in its height lasted from 19 and its heightened years was from 1906 and 1907, and the decline started to occur in 1908 and 1909. But the Los Angeles newspapers, they did record about the event, mainly from a critical standpoint, but they did record that this was an event that actually took place. And even other ministers who came to criticize the event, as soon as they stepped through those doors, they were convicted of the Holy Spirit that they were the ones in the wrong and not this event. The presence of God was so tangible. It was called the Shekinah glory was all throughout that building, and people said that even several blocks away you could feel this pulling and this presence that was at Azusa Street. It was remarkable. Um, the signs, miracles, and wonders took place, but this event it only lasted those few years, and many historians have listed several possible reasons for its eventual decline, and I chose to focus on one of those. William J. Seymour, he was a single man his whole life up until age 38. In the year 1908, he married a woman named Jenny Evans Moore. She was with one of the few to start off with Seymour in the house on Bonnie Bay Street, and their marriage created some controversy within the Pentecostal movement, the holiness community, and even in probably Seymour his own life. And so I've done my research on that, looking at primary sources and things of that nature. But I believe it wasn't the only reason, but I believe it was a significant factor in the decline of the revival, which I'll state in my research paper. But I encourage us. I want to hear your thoughts, but I also want to encourage us all to be able to finish strong in whatever part of our degree we're on. But I thank you for your time on this.